real world.
Welcome to my channel. This is Search, bringing you another action figure collector's review on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Beast Morphers Blue Ranger. As you can tell right there, you get the figure himself. You get a good bit of accessories. On this side of the box, you get a nice little image of the Blue Ranger wrapped around, just like so. Over here on this side of the box, you get that same artwork style, just reflected. Over here on the back of the box, you get a nice product shot of the Blue Ranger. At the top of the box, you get nothing but the blue up there and the tab. And down here, nothing but the barcode. Let's get to it. Open this bad boy up. Okay, let's take a good look at these accessories. And you do get a good bit for the price that you pay for this figure. And we'll take a look at his sword first. And I really do like it. It's very similar to the one that we got with the Beast Morpher Red Ranger. And I don't have a problem with it, you know. Unless it's not accurate to the show, then I would be a little upset with it. But as far as me being like a casual Power Rangers fan, it don't displease me at all. I'm very excited that we got this. Now, I do like the sculpted line work that we're seeing on this blade. I'm very pleased with it. And right here, we have this like sky blue color. That pleases me a lot. It makes the sword pop and it gives different colors and contrasts to it. And I do like that we get a silver metallic right here, and then we also get the metallic blue, so that pleases me a lot. And I'm not 100% sure what this is. I'm assuming his Beast Morpher, but I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below how accurate this sword is to the source material, and plus if this is a Beast Morpher or if it goes with his Beast Morpher in any way. And I do like that we're seeing that red throughout. It pleases me a lot, and we get different sculpt work to break up the pattern on the other side, so that doesn't displease me at all. I like it. We'll take a look at his fisted hands, and they're your basic standard fisted hands for any of the Power Rangers Lightning collection, so that don't displease me at all. I mean, I'm glad that they threw fist in just in case you want to throw down with some baddies. Boom boom. And we'll take a look at his two gripping hands. Now, I do have a problem with it. We have a trigger finger right here, and that finger actually does look a little long if you ask me, but I mean, I can live with it. Now, I'm kind of confused and baffled to why we get a trigger finger whenever we didn't get a blaster, so that's a little bit disappointing in my opinion. And we'll take a look at this one, and this is more like your regular gripping hand, so I guess you could put his sword in this hand. And right here, we'll take a look at his effect piece, and this kind of looks like Super Saiyan hair in a weird little way. Anyway, that's enough of that. You go ahead and you port this effect piece onto his fisted hand, just like so. So that pleases me a lot that we get that. And it's translucent blue, and it's very soft, and it doesn't hurt your hands, and it's very pliable. So that pleases me a lot. I like we get more different accessories like that. Pleases me a lot. And here's another accessory that you put on the tip of the sword, just like so. And it's just like the one we got with the red Beast Morpher. So that pleases me a lot that that kind of matches, and they're flowing one another together. And we'll take a look at the head sculpt. I think this is Robbie. And they kind of sort of missed the mark on the hair just a little bit. And I got a little bit of a molded seam going down his cheek line, but I can say, hey, that's a battle scar, so that doesn't bother me that bad at all. And I like the sculpted detail in the hair. Looks very good. And I got another molded line going across there. I guess it's the same line. And the back of the head looks very good. Ears look good. And I don't know how accurate it is, the face looks, but it looks like, you know, a good representation of someone, so that doesn't displease me at all. And his one eye, this eye right here, is kind of looking off that way, so, and this one's more straight on, so I wish they would fix that to where he's looking more dead on or more to the side. but I'm not 100% displeased with it. Here he is, the Blue Beast Morpher Robbie out of the box, breaking ground onto your screen. And he shares 90% of all parts with the Red Beast Morphers. And if you watch that video, you kind of already know how I feel about this figure. And we'll get more into that in just a second. Let's take a good look at the Robbie head sculpt. And it looks very good. I'm impressed with how well it looks. It looks accurate enough to the actual guy who plays Robbie. So that, pleases me a lot. I mean, it's not perfect by no means. I mean, it could be like his brother or cousin, but they're getting better with that 3D printed technology. And I do like the sculpt work in the hair and the detailing throughout. That pleases me a lot. And if you want to go ahead and check out the articulation, now it is very tight. That ball joint is very tight in there, so it's kind of hard for me to get his head moving around. But once you do, you get a pretty good amount of range. I mean, you can't really get him looking down too far, but up is not a problem at all. And you can't really get no attitude out of him, but you do get his head spinning around in a full 360. So, you got a little bit of movement out of it, but not a whole lot. So, I don't know how I exactly feel about that. I mean, I'm glad that we're getting these civilian head sculpts, but in the same sense, I would have liked to have seen some more accessories or something. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Okay, let's take a look at the Blue Beast Morpher's articulation. First of all, his head can look up that far, which isn't a great amount, but you do get it looking up. And looking down, he can look better down with this head sculpt on than the civilian head sculpt. And you get a little bit of attitude out of it, not much. And his head can spin around in the Exorcist, which is a full 360. You do get butterfly joints, and I love butterfly joints, especially the Power Rangers Lightning Collection lines. You get a good amount range in, and you get a great range back, so that pleases me a lot. And if you wanted to see how far to the side, that's as high as you can get it. You do have a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that bends in all the way, that pleases me a lot. And right here we get a swivel and a hinge with all four hands. Right here we get a diaphragm joint, as you can tell with me moving the figure all around the place. But he will lean over that far to that side, and that far to that side. And just with the top diaphragm, without the added ab crunch, he can go forward that much. And he can go back that far. So that pleases me quite a bit. And whenever you add that extra added ab crunch, you get that much range going forward. And this range going back, like he's getting hit in the face by a couple of baddies. So that pleases me a lot. And right here, his legs can split out that far apart. So that's a great mount. And you get a thigh cut, double jointed knees that bend in like so, and they bend back like so. And he can kick forward that far and back just the tiniest bit. You get a boot swivel, as well as this foot hinges that far forward, which isn't the greatest, but you do get the perfect ballerina, so that pleases me a lot. And you also get ankle pivot. So that was a good look at Blue Beast Morpher's articulation. Okay, before we get into the sculpt and detailing of this figure, I would like to say that I've been pushing this guy on the back burner. I've had him for a while in my collection. I've been meaning to review him, but other things kept getting in the way, and I just been kind of pushing him off to the side. So for all you people that were excited to see this review of this guy, I do apologize. Now let's get into that sculpt and detailing. And before I get into that again, I would like to note, you can definitely tell there's something different about this Power Ranger than all the rest of them. And that goes with the red Beast Morpher as well, and the gold one, any of the Beast Morphers really. And that is their suits. They're not skin tight like most Power Rangers. They're a little bit more baggier and a little bit more loose, because that's the suit design choice. They went more for like a stealthy look. And, it pleases me, but I personally prefer the skin tight spandex, and that's only because that's could be what I'm used to seeing because of Zeo, Mighty Morph, Turbo, and all of them. Anyway, that was just to name a few. But we'll get into looking at him. And we do get this helmet. It looks very good. And I really do think that looks like a snowboarder's helmet. Anyway, you get this nice little visor right here. It's a blue metallic right there. So that pleases me a lot. And then you get some like a silver color right there to separate that. So that's very nice. I do like the black that we're seeing. It makes that visor pop. We do have a metallic silver right there. And all this line work around the gorilla head is sculpted, so that's very good. I like that. And even sculpted the little ears in. And I do like the eye color choice right there that they use. It separates the colors of the different blues. So that pleases me a lot. We'll take a look at his zipper going down his chest. And I do like it. I think they did a great color choice using all the silver that they did choose to use, and I do like the blue tone that they use as well. From what I can remember, this figure looks accurate enough to the show. And right there you get a little badge on his little backpack strap piece looking thing, and it is removable if you want to take it off, but I'm going to probably leave mine on my figure. But I like the wrinkling and the sculpt work that we're seeing throughout. The lines and the sculpt and all that looks very good. As Beast Morpher came out looking very good as well. And it's got so many lights on it. It's kind of bright, but you do get different colors as the silver and the blue right there. And then you get this like kind of pale orange right there. So that pleases me a lot right here. And his line work right there came out clean, but over here on this side got a little bit fuzzy. Wished it would have been, a little cleaner, but, take the good with the bad. And I don't know if you can tell real well, but it looks like I got a little bit of that pale orange on the inside of his arm from the Beast Morpher. So that's a little bit bothersome, because if it would have been like a red color or a black color, I could have said that would have been battle damage in my, imagination. But, you gotta take the good with the bad. It's on the inside of the arm, so it doesn't bother me that bad. And right here, the belt, it's awfully shiny. It's got his sculpt work in there. It pleases me a lot. And right in through here, you got different sculpted line work in his belt. And right there on the back of the figure, looks very good. Take a look at these legs right here. And I like the black that we're seeing throughout. It's got sculpted line work in there, and the detailing and the wrinkles. It looks very good. And I got another spot of yellow. I have no clue where that came from. That's a little bit bothersome, but, can't complain too bad. It's just a little tiny bit, so, maybe I can probably rub that off or something later. I like the blue sculpt work that we're seeing on the boots. Looks very good. He's got peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Right there, the wrinkling on the back of the figure right there. There's a plastic Robbie butt if you wanted to check that out. Right here, you get all that wrinkling. You get muscle tone right there in the back of the figure. So, that was a good look at Robbie. Here's how our Blue Beast Morpher scales with a couple other Power Rangers Lightning Collection Beast Morphers. And I did a review on both of these figures. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And on his left, we have the red Beast Morpher. And on his right, we have the gold Beast Morpher. And, they fare well in scale. I would like to see some height difference. But, I ain't seen the show, so I don't really know who's taller than who. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Here's how our Blue Beast Morpher scales with a couple more Power Rangers from the Lightning Collection line. From the Walgreens exclusive Dragon Shield Black Power Ranger over there on his left. And on his right, the only other Blue Ranger that I have opened in my collection, the Psycho Blue Ranger. And, the scaling's fair, Here's how our Blue Beast Morpher scales with a couple of Naked Movie action figures. And these are the GameStop exclusive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you have the Foot Soldier over there on his left, and on his right we have the Shredder. And for McFarlane Toys over there on his left, we have the Unchained Armored Superman, And over there on his right from Hasbro, we have the Marvel Legends Superior Octopus. Here's my final thoughts on this figure. He is a pretty solid release as far as the Power Rangers Lightning Collection line is concerned. He still does have the gummy joints, as is to be expected with all the Power Rangers from the Lightning Collection line. But he's still a pretty solid release, especially if you're a huge Beast Morphers fan. I do recommend going out and picking this guy up. However, if you are not a Beast Morphers fan and you do not care anything one iota about the Beast Morphers, then you can pass up on this figure. The only reason why I have him in my collection is because I have all the Power Ranger Lightning Collection line. But let me know what you think of the figure. Let me know what you think of this review in the comments below. And as always, feel the urge to collect with Surge. If you want more action figure collectors reviews, then feel the urge to subscribe to Surge. And if you've liked what you've seen, then click that big thumbs up button. If you want to get notified of my latest videos whenever they drop, click that notification bell. If you want to see this channel grow, share with a friend. Speaking of friends, you can friend me over there on Facebook. Links to that will be in the description below. You can also follow me along on Twitter. Links to that will be in the description below.
Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Yeah.
Hey, did you bring the snowboards? I didn't bring the snowboards. Oh, snap, we forgot to call Yella.